Comic, what's going on? I wanted to do a video, and I wanted to share my own thoughts on weddings, or not even weddings, excuse me, marriage. Um, and honestly, I think a lot of men are deciding not to get married, not necessarily because they hate marriage, because at the end of the day, we haven't changed. Men are men. Men, we've always did what we do, right? Nothing's really changed in terms of our ability to be single or our ability to be husbands and fathers and all that other good stuff, right? The world of men hasn't changed since, the beginning of mankind. We work, bring home food, lay our lives out on the line for our families. I mean, it is what it is. What's changed? But I feel like a lot of women have changed. And they're not living lifestyles that would promote this whole idea that they want to be wives, right? You look at a chick's lifestyle, and if you tell her she'll make a good wife, she'll probably get mad. She'll probably be insulted. The whole idea of a woman being a wife is like almost like calling somebody a slave. That's how women have turned the whole idea of being a wife into defining it, right? They turned it into almost being, a slave to a man. And that's how they defined it. But what's happening is you have a lot of women who are confusing the wedding with marriage. You have a lot of women who want to go through the process of the wedding because it's fun, it's exciting, there's other people waiting on you, you're the center of attention, there's people showering you with gifts, you're telling people what to do, family and friends, every night it's a new conversation, you get to be bitchy and people aren't going to leave you, they're still going to be around you, they're going to put up with you. So there's a level of excitement for women going through the whole process of the wedding. Right, and because most women want that, right, because most women want to be the center of attention, the whole idea of the whole marriage is appealing to a lot of women. I've heard chicks talk about how they don't want to be married at all, but they would love to go through the whole process of the wedding. So I think that's what's happening. Like, women haven't even sat down and asked themselves if they want to be married, or even if they're living a life where they think they could be a good wife. They're more so concerned with the whole idea of the marriage. And the dudes, we spot that. Because for us, the whole idea of the wedding, that's just a formality. What do? We wake up, get a haircut, put on our tuxedo, right? And then, smile and take pictures. That's pretty much all we do of the day of the wedding, right? We don't really have to do much. But for her, it's this big old institution. I mean, look, there's TV shows about it. I mean, people are making money out being wedding planners, and there's this big business. The whole idea of a wedding is big business. So what modern society has done is they have stripped away this whole idea of the family, but they've sold this idea of the wedding. And unfortunately, if you have a wedding, you unfortunately have to get a marriage out of that. And the women don't see that. The women are like, well, I'll get into a marriage even though I don't want to be in a marriage, simply because I've been fed this idea that every woman needs to have this big, elaborate type of wedding. So literally, that's what's destroying the whole idea of marriage, right? I don't really get too upset about the alarming rate of divorces in America simply because those people shouldn't have been married in the first place. So for me, it's more so nature's just taking its course. They weren't meant to be together, so they're better off not even being with each other. And so for dudes, right, at least the smart ones, we have recognized that, these chicks just want the wedding. They don't want to be married. Their life, nothing about their life supports them wanting to be a wife. So, I mean, let me know how you feel. Of course, I want to know how everybody else feels. Take it easy. God bless.